All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday. Can you believe Christmas is only 3 days away? It's like, wow. I can't believe it's like almost Christmas already. Boy, that came on us pretty quick, didn't it? Man, it is Christmas week. Today's Monday, December 22nd. And, you know, as we get close to the end of the year, I'm thinking about the 4-year cycles. A lot of people are asking, right? What happened to the crypto 4-year cycles, right? Did we have a 4-year cycle? Did we not? Are the 4-year cycles now just totally gone? So we're going to talk about that today. Got a few other little things going on as well. So we'll get into all of that as well. But this has just been on my mind. So I'm just going to, tell you what I see, what's going on. Because we're trying to figure out this crazy market. We got gold all-time highs. We've got silver all-time highs. And they just keep going higher. Stock market's still doing well. And yet we've got this kind of up and down, wait and see what's going to happen crypto market now. So that's what we got for today. So I'll get back to this chart here in just a second. I want to start with this. Bitcoin social volume dropping hard. There's almost no interest in crypto right now. No interest in crypto. The sentiment chart is like social volume is dropping. Now it typically does in late December, but I mean, it's as bad as it was back in April when we had all that tariff mess and people were freaked out and just the sentiment was really bad and now here we are. So some of us are still here, right? We're still here, right? We're social, right? We're social volume right here. But like I said yesterday on the stream, right? I can tell by how many views the videos get and how many people show up in the live streams that, social volume's down. But, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I keep grinding. You guys are grinding. We're all grinding, right? We're all grinding. So we keep at it. But the sentiment just isn't there. I feel it. So we go back to our friend Dima James Potts, right? The Doge Capital, Dima Potts. And he had this chart. When did he make this chart? November. He made this chart in November. And at that time, he said Dogecoin is currently sitting on the lower 5% of its long-term channel, an area that has historically marked final cycle lows before unleashing major rallies, usually after a period of consolidation. The question now is whether this familiar pattern will repeat. From here, I see two potential scenarios. One, Dogecoin holds support in the lower part of the channel, sets up for another historic rally. Or two, Dogecoin continues to crab walk along the bottom, skipping a blow off top this cycle, and instead moving into a steady longer-term uptrend without making new cycle lows. I also think that if Bitcoin pushes to a new all-time high from here, it would suggest this market cycle is extending and that Dogecoin's cycle could extend along with it to the moon. However, in the month since, Dogecoin has done neither. It's actually gone down and invalidates this chart. So that is what is happening right now with the 4-year cycle. Clip it, Mr. StreamYard. Thank you. So yeah, that was a month ago. It was like, it's going to either go on a big run or it's going to climb up along the bottom, and it did neither. it just kind of has fizzled out sideways and a little down. And that's what we got. So we start with that. And now what's going on? Well, if we look at Glassnode, Glassnode has this cool little graph here that charts the Bitcoin performance since the cycle low. So it looks at the previous cycle low and it says, okay, well, here's 2017 in blue, right? And we had a cycle top just about 3 years and 11 months since the 2013 low. I guess it was 2014 was the low, right? Yeah, 2014 low, and then it went January 23, January 24, January 25. Yeah, 3 years and 11 months. So in green is 2021. And wouldn't you know it, the second pump, which got up to 69K, was just about that same time in terms of length from the previous cycle low. Well, guess what happened this time in black? 2025, we hit an all-time high for Bitcoin back on October 6th, whatever day it was, at 126,200. And guess what? That's the high for this cycle. And so what you notice on a percentage basis is the highs have been less percentage-wise from the low of the cycle. And because of that, we're just getting more of a flattening out of Bitcoin. In other words, blue was 2017, blow off top. Green was the 2021. We had this double top. And then black is the 2025 top that we had. And of course, then we had October 10th and the flash crash and all of that. And so we've been going down since. This appears to me to say, yeah, we're in a bear market. That's what this says. We're in a bear market. Bitcoin just flattened out more. Didn't go on a bit as big a run in 2021, which was not as big a run as 2017 in terms of percentage. Mr. Crypto says, look, if the cycle theory remains valid, Bitcoin has likely already topped out for this cycle. We can still get a rally or two from here, but I'm not expecting a new all-time high anytime soon. Because the chart says it, right? From the low in 2018, right? We ran up in 2021. Then we were in bear market for a year, and then we ran up again 1,064 days, 1,064 days, hit a new all-time high, and now we are trending back down, beginning another 364-day pattern. So that's why I think, well, late next summer, I'm going to be looking at buying back in because we may be back down in bear market lows for Bitcoin. We can look at the mining, and the mining charts are basically saying, look, the block since difficulty is getting lower and lower and lower. And again, we have 4-year cycles for Bitcoin based on the Bitcoin halvings, right? And so that's what this big drop is. And it says we're in a bear market too. We're entering a bear market. But wait, what happened to the pi cycle top indicator? We never got it. We never got it. We never crossed. Yep. But that's why technical analysis doesn't always work, especially when you've got the law of diminishing returns and you don't get a blow off top because things are set because of the banks and the institutions and the governments and all that. It's not retail FOMO giving us blow off tops anymore. It's all flattening out, and the pi cycle top indicator never indicated. It never indicated. We did not have the 2021 big crossover, or the 2017 big crossover, or the 2013 big crossover. No, we didn't. We just stayed underneath it. So no pi cycle top. What does that mean for alts? Well, Tracer says, look, he's got the nice rainbow chart here, looking at altcoin market cap. And we had bear dump bottoms again, bear dump bottom. That was 2022, bear bottom. And now we're looking at, well, if we count this out, we have topped for altcoin market cap, and we're going down. So that's what this chart says. Now, you can talk about all the great things that are going to happen next year, right? We've got probably more rate cuts. We got a new Fed chair. We've got quantitative easing, kind of. All kinds of good things can happen. We could even have a Dogecoin big run. But that's going to be tough. Again, no social, the sentiment is so low. So now instead, if we're not going to have a 4-year cycle, are we entering a bullish accumulation phase? Are we just resting before an extended cycle or a super cycle? We've got Cryptolica here. So what does Cryptolica say about this? Let's take a look. We are looking at a textbook fractal setup. The chart highlights 4 structural points. We got a rounding bottom for zone 1 and 2, and we've got the current price action, and we look ahead. The RSI has reset back to critical support levels. Its RSI is pretty down. The Dogecoin price. Now, this is a logarithmic scale, so it takes the whole Dogecoin price action for its entire lifetime and it squeezes it down. So it just moves on a percentage basis and it's just flattening. Now, we had the big run in December or November 2024, topping in December. That might have been it. That might have been it. And then we look at my chart that I made today, and it's like, you know what? In the 4-year cycles, Dogecoin actually front ran Bitcoin. It hit its cycle high before Bitcoin. Just like back in 2021, Dogecoin hit its cycle high before Bitcoin. These blue lines are the Bitcoin all-time highs. Back in 2021, Bitcoin hit a high of $69,000, and Dogecoin was already moving down. We have the same thing now. Dogecoin hit its cycle high, 48 cents, back in December 2024. Bitcoin didn't hit its cycle high until October at 126,200. These two lines are 3 years and 11 months apart. Again, that 3-year, 11-month thing is something that I came up with because it's a pattern that we've had. So this is showing Dogecoin now moving down into a bear market. Clip it, StreamYard. That might be another good short. I'm making shorts. I'm not shorting the market, but I'm making shorts. We'll see how that one comes out. I don't even know that I'm going to be saying that. And then all of a sudden, here we are. So that was that chart. We'll see how that comes out. But yeah, that's what's going on, is we're trying to figure out this market, and it's just looking bearish. Sorry, guys. It's looking bearish. And this did not play out for Dima James Potts. Dogecoin just bled out of his upward channel. See, he should have just drawn arcs, right? The arcs seem to work more. The Dogecoin price right now is 1313. We go to the, let's go to the 30-minute chart. Let's take a look at where we are. We are in our brown box, nicely in our brown box. Bitcoin at 88,000 is just holding on to its brown box. See, Dogecoin outperforming Bitcoin right now. And ETH has just dropped below its brown box. So Dogecoin not doing bad. Dogecoin's not doing too bad. Holding on at the bottom of its dreaded brown box. We had a nice run earlier up to 13.5, but nope. We had an afternoon dump. Now, we can talk about the leverage longs, Bitcoin, ETH, others getting wiped out over the past hour. That's what a lot of this, of course, was about, because once you get a nice big run up in the price, why not? The market makers are like, we should probably liquidate some of those new longs. So they take out the shorts, bring in the price up, and then take out the new longs, and they're happy campers. That's how they make money. So that, my friends, is what's going on. That's all I got. That's all I got. It's a frustrating market, though. It is frustrating because you look at this stuff and you're like, well, we didn't have the Pi cycle top indicator. And even when Bitcoin did hit 126,000, we didn't have that euphoria, right? That a real blow off top. It just kind of happened. I mean, as soon as it got past 125, which was the high it hit in August, and it went up to 126, and then it just immediately fell back. And it was just like, yep, that's it. That's it. And the money's all flowing into gold and silver because everybody's talking about, well, the 4-year cycle is over. I'm not putting money into crypto right now because it's going to go down. So I'm going to go chase what's moving, right? Go buy some stocks, buy some gold, some silver, some platinum, right? Some copper, right? All the precious metals, but not crypto. So we're stuck. We're stuck until something happens. Now, we can take a look at something that might happen, right? Might happen. Like, I don't know, maybe X money. And hey, look, X money launching in 2025. It still says it. The days are getting shorter. The numbers of days, that is. The numbers of days are getting shorter till the end of the year. Is X money going to launch to the public? Or once again, did Elon saying X money launched internally satisfy this? We are all waiting. No posts, no nothing. So that is where we are, my friends. So yeah, Bitcoin dumped to 88K, took out a bunch of new longs, and now it's moving back up. They got about $100 million or so. Chump change for them, but yeah, they take them out. They take them out. And it doesn't take long to dump the price and take them out either. Let's look at the crypto bubbles here real quick. Crypto bubbles. Should be kind of mixed, right? Oh, what the heck is FTN? What the heck is that? What happened? FTN. I missed something. FTN. The fast token. What is this? It's up 82%. Well, this is like crap. What the heck is this? I've never seen a chart like this. There's some weird going on with this thing. The fast token. Anybody know what this is? Right, it's this week's chosen pump of a random shitcoin, isn't it? That's crazy. And look at this chart. It's just going up and down. All these wicks. Ah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not touching this. That's for sure. Totally manipulated. Craziness. I told VP that people feel sorry for him. That's why people send him money. God, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. I know, isn't that a pretty chart? It's like Christmas. It's all red and green. Right? Weird is right. Like the fart token, but not as smelly. I miss the days when Dogecoin did 8%. Maybe again. I know what it is. It's market makers pumping the shit tokens. Yeah. Fast. Yeah, large bubble. A-Star. I bought silver coins back during COVID era for $25 an ounce. And now it's 69. 69. Thank you, Fedimani. That's about, we're trying to figure out what's going on. So now we're done with that. So yeah, Chardonnay, what are we going to talk about today? What are we going to talk about? Charlemander. I saw all that. The early crew chit-chatting away. Some of it. I was getting all this stuff ready, but I saw a few of the comments. I saw a few. Sunshine, what's up? Smash them. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you very much. Ever notice that AIs are always bullish on crypto? Grok won't give you a bearish response. It's always bullish. Grok. Well, maybe Grok will learn. It's too soon. Too soon for Grok to be seeing all the bear posts. Everything's going to be tokenized. That's what they're talking about. But God, all the banks like the JP Morgan and Fidelity and BlackRock all talking about crypto now. It's just like they're taking over. We're done for. We're done for. They're taking over. Does a bear market mean we go lower from here or move sideways? It means we would go lower, big dog. Bear market can't hold support. It'll keep going down. And generally what happens is, let me go back to my other chart here. Back. Here we go. So what happens is, like here in 2021, right, from the time Bitcoin hit an all-time high, Dogecoin, here, let's start again. Looking at the Dogecoin chart on the weekly basis, when we look back at what happened in the 2021 cycle, Dogecoin hit a new all-time high before Bitcoin hit its ultimate all-time high. From that point, Dogecoin dropped down and found its final support at about 4.9 cents. Dogecoin went on a big run in November, December 2024. Bitcoin just hit its cycle all-time high in October. Dogecoin is now coming down and to find what its ultimate bottom of the bear market support is going to be. How long will it take to find that? If we look at history, it should be about 8 or 9 months. So I suspect by the end of next summer, we'll see where Dogecoin is. I'm estimating right now about 9.5 cents, but we'll see how that goes. Clip it, Mr. StreamYard. We'll see whether that works or not. But that's what I think. I don't think it's just going to move around sideways yet until it finds that real bear market support. But we'll see. What's the purpose of the Doge 1 rocket? To make money, A-star. It's just to make money. Geometric and their third party, I don't remember the name of the company that's actually making the satellite. But they want to like sell advertising. And they're going to make, or they've already made these little shit tokens. It's all for them to make money. That's the purpose. And to have this Doge 1 satellite by the moon sending signals back to Earth. Yeah. It's to make money. But it's cool. You know, a Dogecoin thing is cool. But that's it. We're running low on catalyst, Mr. T. Yeah. I mean, that X money is a big one, though, I think. And I'll keep talking about it. Some people tell me, oh, shut up about Elon and the X money. Well, you know, it's a thing. I'm just saying, it's a thing. I made Chucky chuckle. Doing the dishes there, Duchess. And the Prince is here too. I have to pre-prime Grok linguistically to be bearish. I know, right? Sometimes I say to Grok, I say, Grok, you need to work harder. You need to think harder on this. And I say, no, that's not good enough. And then he apologizes, right? I know, Khalid. What about gold, right? We got gold, new all-time high. Gold. 44.47 now. Look at this. New all-time high. Just happened again. I liked the price earlier when it was 4,420, 4,420, and silver was 69. I thought, oh, that was cute. 420 and 69. Yeah, new all-time high for gold yet again. It just, the money, the liquidity is all flowing into gold and silver. Let's see where silver is right now. Wasn't there a Christmas song, Silver and Gold? Remember that? Silver and gold, silver and gold. Yeah. We're just under the all-time high, the 69. 69. Precious metals at that. Right, Fetterman? Precious metals. New all-time highs. And we're stuck in a brown box. The long and short is the only people making money at this point are the exchanges. Up or down, they win. Yep. Cats, I meant to say everything in our life will be tokenized where we will be able to invest in anything, even individual people. Yeah, I don't know about it going that far, but I get it though, right? I get tokenized assets, all this stuff. Merry Christmas to you, 2 days. I know, August, right? That's just hard to think. Here we are in December, right before Christmas, holiday season, and we're facing a bear market. Bonds, yeah. Well, you better eat there, Warbs, if you haven't had any food today. I couldn't go this long in a day without eating. If Dogecoin goes to 2 cents, I'll be pulling up the truck. And I agree, no 2 cents. No. Josh has some silver. Going to think about maybe offloading. Nothing wrong with taking profits. And maybe you only have to take profits of half of it right now, not all of it, right? And then just stick that into like Robinhood and earn some interest on it, or buy some USDC and Coinbase. Just earn some interest on it, waiting until you want to buy something in after a dip. Yeah. I do not have any gold or silver. Nope. I was all in on crypto and stocks. No gold and silver. Silver to 80. Yeah, William, some people are talking about silver to 100, right? Just why not? At least 99, 98. Get up close before it rejects. Hey, David. So the run on Doge is over for the 4-year cycle. That's what it looks like to me. That's not guaranteed, but that's what it's looking like. I have like 1,000 in silver, sold all my gold. Already sold most of your silver? Yeah. Might be over, it might not be over. Olivek, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Hoping for a Santa rally? That's what it was looking like this morning. Stupid YouTube wouldn't finish processing my video, so I didn't get it launched till 10 o'clock, but I made it at 8. It was like 2 hours. It's like, come on, stupid YouTube. So I missed out on a bunch of views. But that's a stupid YouTube thing. It is what it is. You're not going to make it, Toss? Not sure if you have another 4 years in you. We didn't have the big euphoric blow off top. Now, we were enjoying Dogecoin a year ago when it was at 48 cents. We were enjoying that. I got to admit, I took a slice at 42 cents and I was waiting for 50. Got close. Some of you were buying at 40 cents. Well, I thought 2025 was going to go higher, and it just didn't. And here we are at the end of 2025 with 13-cent Dogecoin. That's disappointing. I don't own any Pax Gold. I know, Ryan. I should have become a partner or something at least, right? What are some long-term stocks you might look at? Well, I just bought Carnival Cruise Lines, CCL, at $25 a few weeks ago, because I was looking for that to turn around in the wintertime, cruise season. And then they just announced last week that they're going to be reinstating their dividends. And so now it's up about $32, right? Yeah, about $32 now. So Carnival Cruise Lines, I'm going to slowly gravitate back into, like, on the stocks. I'm not going to be chasing the low cap ones. I mean, I'll do my Megal thing, but the rest of the stocks are all going to be like bigger companies with dividends and all of that. It's going to be boring as hell, but I'll still have my stock portfolio too. Hey, Discover, you sold about half the silver. We'll rotate back into Doge. You think silver might get to 75 or 80? We'll see how low Doge goes, but you made a profit. There's nothing wrong with that. I know, right? So part of me, Devilos, part of me is saying all this about being a bear, right? And predicting bear market, and the 4-year cycle is over, and then I'll be wrong about that too, and then we all win, right? The price goes back up, right? We would all win. So yes. But you know what? Everybody's been wrong when it comes to crypto. Everybody was wrong. So I don't mind you saying that. Because everybody got it wrong. It was happening right before our eyes and we didn't even know it. That tells you how the market psychology works, because you'd rather be a bull than a bear. But now I've been a bear for a month and a half. And people give me shit about it. I'm just like, it's playing out. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Doesn't mean we can't get a relief rally like I've been talking about for the past number of weeks. I still think we're going to get a relief rally. And it's going to fake everyone out, and everybody's going to be saying, oh, 4-year cycle's over. We're going on a bull run, new all-time highs. And I'm going to be like, yeah, no. No. Yeah, I'm not buying till next summer, big dog. Crypto. I'm not buying crypto till next summer. Stocks, I'm waiting for dips. Stocks have just been, I mean, look at the S&P 500, right, on stocks. It's just, well, let me go to the weekly, right? I'm waiting for one of these dips again before I buy any stocks. I'm waiting for one of those. Or one of these. That was 2022. This was COVID 2020. That was 2022. This was first quarter of 2025. I'm waiting for the next one of those before I buy really bigger into the stock market. Right now, I'm enjoying the big run with my 401k, which is in Vanguard and Russell and all that, new all-time highs. But I had to buy the Carnival Cruise Lines because it had really dipped. So I bought that. Carnival Cruise Lines. So if I go, and it's just one that I was looking at, I was like, and we were talking about cruising. Remember that? We were going on a Doge cruise, and I was just like, yeah. So I bought on this dip right here. It's like 25.50 right there. But yeah, when you zoom out on Carnival Cruise, it's like looking at like doubling at least up to 50 or 60. So that's what I'm looking at for Carnival Cruise. I mean, the big drop was COVID, right? COVID just totally torpedoed the cruise lines. But it's coming back. So that's why I bought that. Again, I have a diversified portfolio, but crypto's just not looking great right now. It's just not looking great. So yeah, I'm not buying. My girlfriend is not going to be happy with me staying at the Flamingo. The Venetian will have to wait. Yeah. I mean, the Flamingo's really old. It's in a great part of the strip. It's fine. I like the hotel. I like the courtyard in the back where the pools are. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's kind of old. You're not buying till Solana hits 30 bucks. Solana's at 125. That would be a big drop. We did our fibs, and our fibs have it 35 bucks. 35 is the bottom for Solana when we did the fib the other week, or just last week, right? The 1.618 on the downside goes to $35 Solana. So that's the target. When we did our bear market bottom things, I still have that fib line on that chart. Bear market bottoms. I hate doing that stuff, but I get it. All I'm going to do is mine Doge. Just keep mining away. It will be some big random news that gets us to pump when we least expect it. Nobody knows. Everybody's wrong. I've been focusing on Doge, Bitcoin, and ETH. Can't focus well enough for stocks. 400K a year for me focusing on my personal top 3. Don't buy anything. Yeah, in the end, I'm going to end up with just Doge and Bitcoin. Do I still have ETH? I don't know. I might. I'm still holding on the ETH. And we'll probably buy some SWI again. But I'm not going to have 20 cryptos again. Nope. Nope. No, it was true, Devilos. It was absolutely true, right? I got a lot wrong this year. I got a little bit right over the summer. I predicted the summer pretty well, but not the fall. No, I'm not angry with you at all. Just everybody got it wrong. Is it a good time to sell? Wait for that relief rally, especially for Doge. Something's coming. Something's coming. Some are predicting that it could run in 2026. Yep, that's looking like that could happen. Hey, Matt, done speculating whether this or that could turn. Yeah. You're embracing we're in a bear market, partially convinced that it's going to be a full 4-year winter. No, the price is usually suppressed for a year. With alts, sometimes it can go 2. See how it plays out. You're not buying until next year also? Well, Oracle. Yeah, I don't really follow it. I don't really follow Oracle. Too much going on. $198. That doesn't mean anything to me. I have no idea. Looks like it had a run up to 300. Wonder what that was for. A big run from 118 over 300. Oracle has just kind of kept going up since 2020. Up, 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 up. So then you had the big correction down. So with that big correction, has it bottomed here? Because something caused it to like totally get overblown. I mean, that's like, look at that. That's like a parabolic, right? Totally parabolic. So it doesn't surprise me that it corrected down. So now is that where the correction ends and we bounce around a little and maybe start to move up again? Something like that. Maybe. Again, I don't know what all the news is about Oracle. Don't really follow it. Just looking at the chart. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe we'll get a repeat of Elon announcing Tesla accepts Bitcoin and Doge, and the entire market turns around. Tesla accepted Bitcoin in, was it February or March of 2021? It was right after the big Doge pump. February or March 2021. And then in May, they dropped it. X money. In 3 days, it'll be Elon's Christmas gift, X money. That would be fun. That would be so much fun. Retail has already speculate bought. Now we need adoption. Adoption and institute buying is not helping Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 88,000. It's dropped from 125 down to 88 with all of its institution and adoption, if you can even call it that. Now, I don't buy into that crap anymore. Sorry. Just don't. And it's all about stable coins anyway. Again, the banks just want to get their greedy little paws on whatever they can in crypto now. A dollar Dogecoin cruise would be great. Got to get out to Hawaii on one of those, right? On one of those cruises. Isn't there a cruise that goes from like LA out to Hawaii? Something like that. Does Solana really have mining? I don't know what it is. It's not mining. Because Solana is not a proof of work cryptocurrency. I think you can like run nodes or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's not real mining though. You want to cruise Antarctica? Someday that'd be cool. That would be cool. Like in the middle of winter here, up here in the US when it's really cold. Cruise Antarctica. I have a feeling or a theory that Elon will be kind of silent on Dogecoin for a bit because he's had a bad taste left over in his mouth from the Doge governmental thing. Yeah. Yep. Oracle has a stake in the US TikTok. Is that right? 6-7. Yeah, should have bought 6-7. 6-7. What the hell? I still don't know what that is. I have no idea what that 6-7 thing is. No idea. Oh. It's like Pippin is going up again. Now they're gonna boost Pippin and H, whatever that is. What the heck is that? There's always stuff going on. I've got no idea. H in crypto. H. I don't even know what this is. Humanity? Is that it? Oh yeah, we looked at this thing before. Humanity. It's up 35% today. God. What is this stuff? Since the 10th of December, Humanity is up 300%. Anybody you buy this? 300%? Who said you can't make money in crypto, huh? Humanity. Humanity. You wouldn't mind taking a long cruise? No icebergs or sharks? Well, you're on a big cruise ship. You don't have to worry about the sharks. Hey, Pax Cat. How you doing, buddy? All right. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. 2 days in a row. You've decided to grace us with your presence. The cat. The CT pool, really real mining. Yeah. Yeah, they're actually mining. Okay. Or you're mining into it, right? And that's the pool that your mining power goes to. The Pax Cat. Yep. The Pax Cat. Hey, buddy. Hi. I'm busy here. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. Come on. God. Don't mind the cat butt on the screen. We have been blessed with the cat butt. We have been blessed. Cat butt towards the camera. Hey, Stickman, how are you today? That sounds something like VP would say. You've been hanging out over on VP's channel, I can tell. But he doesn't have a cat. He doesn't have a cat. But yeah, Hector. No bueno. No bueno. Huh? I know. Can you imagine? Imagine Duchess doing pasta salad for 3,000 people on a cruise ship. That's big business, the food on that. Whoever gets those contracts. That's a lot of food. That's a lot of food. Oh, and what was that other one I was going to look at? Sorry. Pippin. Pippin. That looks like the other one that's running again is Pippin. Oh, it pulled back. And now it did a big flush of a bunch of leveraged longs. Now it's taking out shorts. Total manipulation on this thing. Total manipulation. Look at that. Pippin. Manipulation. And this stupid thing. It messes up the whole, and you can't turn it off. There's no way to turn it off. I don't want to see this big thing. It doesn't let you. Fast token. Oh, you can block it. Ah, there you go. Yeah, blocked it. Look at that gap it leaves, right? Look at Aave going down. Oh, that's not good. Now, Doge up 1.5. So in the green. Aave down 11. They have nice little Christmas gifts next to all the bubbles. Christmas gifts. Cute. Some ships do lobsters. Yep. They have a lobster night. There'd be a lot of lobsters. The bulk food. Big boiling pots. So you're still getting 24 Doge a day. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, CT pool is just a mining. Your miner is actually contributing energy to their pool to mine Dogecoin. And they're actually mining the Dogecoin. And they're getting the awards and they're distributing them to all the people who have their home miners contributing to their pool. So, yep, that's legit. Honey, let's go eat at our favorite Cisco restaurant. You're on a cruise ship. I mean, it's good food. I've been on a number of cruises, and they do a really good job. I mean, they're not feeding you trash. It's good food. Now, you can go for the pizza and the burgers and all that, but why would you want to do that when you can go to the main dining room for free, right? You've already paid for the cruise, so you don't have to do the specialty dining, and you get good food. We had lobster on our Norway cruise last year. Really good. Yep. This is accumulation year. Yep. That's what we were looking at in this article right here. are we entering a bullish accumulation phase where you accumulate now because there are some signals that we have a rounding bottom, RSI, showing possible accumulation phase. The problem is you don't know when the bottom is going to be. So was that dip we had to 11.99 last week, was that the bottom, right? The big dip that we had right there. Was that the bottom of this accumulation phase, 11.99? That was last Thursday. Now we've recovered back to 13. I mean, I'm glad we're out of the 12s. Like I was saying, I said I didn't like being there. So we're in the 13s. So we're watching, seeing what the next move is. We do Royal Caribbean once a year. Yeah, I'm going to start doing some cruises. I feel that coming in my future. Imagine Elon buying $1 billion worth of Dogecoin. He could. He's the richest person in the world by far. I saw on TradingView that there's an uptick in futures. Is it probably long leverage trades? They're wanting to get on the backs of like a relief rally or something, right? That's my guess. And the market makers will do what they can to wipe out that leverage, to liquidate them. It's tough to go live on a cruise ship because the Wi-Fi is terrible. The Wi-Fi is terrible on cruise ships because you're out in the middle of an ocean. And I know some of them are starting to like use Starlink, but still, because there's like 4,000 people on a ship, you don't get like the super fast connections. So from what I've heard, live streaming on a cruise ship, it's really hard. Yeah, you can get Starlink, but your 4,000 other people can get Starlink too. And so they throttle it down so that everybody can at least have Wi-Fi connection. Okay, but who knows? We'll see. I'll record at least some videos on there. I'd do that. I've given up on a run now. I still think relief rally. And with the X money, I still think that there's going to be a little pump there. It's done it before. It's done it before. Just look at Dogecoin at the end of October 2022. Doge doubled in price in the middle of the bear market. It was just Doge. That's when Elon Musk bought Twitter. Hey, I know, right? I know, right? An easy way to see that is to go to crypto, a coin market cap, click on Dogecoin, which of course is still the 9th largest cryptocurrency. I just keep saying that. And then when it comes to the chart here, you can zoom in on the end of 2022. Just click all, then you slide these little time sliders. Little time sliders here. It's thinking about it. Wait, did I just mess it up? I messed something up. I messed something up. Let me reload. Here we go. And do it slow. So that is the 2021 pump. So now we take it and go past that. There's 2022. And there's the pump right there. 25th of October up to November 1st, where Dogecoin went from 6 cents up to 14 cents. So doubled in price, right in the middle of a bear market. It doubled in price. That is when Elon bought Twitter. And then it came back down to 7 cents. But yeah, that's what can happen. And if Dogecoin doubles now, it's 26 cents. Still not great. Why not 40? I'm just like, hey, here we are at 13. Yeah, you're not going to sell Doge. You got other stuff to get rid of. Me too. I'm going to be getting rid of my losses. Bonk, Pepe, Pengu. Out of here. And again, that's my tax loss harvesting thing. So hoping for a pump before the end of the year. If it doesn't, it's a loss. It's a loss. Expect the unexpected. Hey, Josh, I feel like last year before the big pump, there was a lot of dumb altcoins pumping before. There's always dumb altcoins pumping. That's the thing. Total manipulation. Usually they just follow Bitcoin, but there's always something going crazy. Yep. Yes, less coins, less tokens. Not buying so much shit next cycle. Hey, Jason, Merry Christmas to you. Am I a 4-year cycle believer or 4-year cycle is broken kind of guy? Right now, I'm a believer still. I'm still a believer. If you go back to the beginning of the live stream, the first 10 minutes, I covered everything regarding 4-year cycles. I covered it all at the beginning. Huh? Silly cat. Silly cat. What do you want? Yep, 13-cent Doge. That's what we got. SHIB just continues to go down lower and lower and lower. It's not holding well. This is a bad chart. SHIB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 715. And it's just, there's no support for this thing. I still had a little bit of SHIB just in case it went on a big run, but nope, didn't happen. Yeah, Aave just got killed today. That lost all support. That's not good. I don't know what happened to Aave yesterday, but it lost something. There must have been some big news about it. I mean, is that like Cadena where they just gave up on their project and then it dumps? That's what it looks like. That's really bad. Glad I don't hold any of this anymore. But I did. It went up to $400. Yeah, I had bought at 68 and I sold at $300. And now it's half that. So I got out of that at the right time. I would have been better at 400, but you know how those things are. Relief rally, 20 cents. Or do we instead do X money, big pump, 30 cents? Still have my magnet up here, waiting. Still holding your Doge and your Pepe. Yeah, the cat is falling asleep. All right, gang, that's what we have for a Monday. Look, it's just one of those days right now. It's holiday week. We're going to see the volume tick down. Is Elon going to pull a Christmas surprise, be the Elon Santa? I don't know. We'll see. But if you don't make it back before Christmas, have a merry one. I'll be here Tuesday. Will not be live streaming Wednesday because we go to our services, Christmas Eve services. So we'll not be here. But yeah, come back tomorrow before Christmas. Check in, say hello. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.